A radio signal, faint as a whisper, flickered across the cosmos. It lasted just a millisecond, yet in that blink it released more energy than the sun does in a single day. The signal arrived in 2001, but it wasn't noticed until 2007. Hidden in the data from the park's telescope, it was a flash so brief it seemed like noise. But then it repeated. Not once, but twice. A mystery buried in the static of the universe. The signal, now known as the Lorimer burst, was the first of its kind. It wasn't from a star, not from a black hole, not from anything familiar. It came from deep space, far beyond our galaxy. Astronomers were stunned. They had no idea what kind of object could produce such a burst, or why it happened at all. The data was clear, but the meaning was elusive. Something powerful had just turned its radio eye on Earth. In 2020, something changed. A magnetar, a neutron star with a magnetic field 1,000 times stronger than the Sun's, erupted in our own galaxy. It sent out a burst that looked suspiciously like an FRB. The connection was too perfect to ignore. This was no coincidence. For the first time, a possible source was found. A magnetar could be the key. But not all FRBs repeat, and not all come from magnetars. The mystery was far from solved. Now hundreds of FRBs have been catalogued. Most come from distant galaxies, some repeat, some vanish. The CHIME telescope found dozens, but the source of most remains unknown. The energy, the timing, the location